Hello guys, welcome to Information 2 Software. I'm the engineer who would like to introduce the very important functionality of our product, which is called virtual machine migration. And in this lesson, I will introduce the function of the virtual machine migration and how to approach this objective on the i2UP. Before I get started, I have to mention the virtual machine migration it's a new function, and it's only feasible and it's only suitable for the newest version of the web console. The version is 9.1.3. So please ensure you already installed the version of web console on your virtual machine or your device, or you already have the package regarding this necessary module. And as you can see, I already list all the necessary module which we should install on our virtual machine, which includes the DR Node VP plugin, Web Console, Skinned, VP MGR, and as well as the Web Console lib. After we finish all the module installation, we can feel free to access the i2UP. And well, if you're familiar with Information 2 Software's product, you may know the i2UP is quite powerful platform to create and assign the different disaster recovery tasks. Because in our virtual machine, we already installed the DR Node here and the DR Node VP plugin. So the first thing we should do is to register the node to the node section here. And as you can see, I already done it, so I only show the basic configuration of the registration. In this case, we don't need to use any license, but we need to assign the role proxy client and backup server. After we've done this, we can go back to the virtual machine and to deploy the disk pool. The disk pool is it's a fundamental thing which we can create the storage unit, but because of the time limitation, I will not to show the quite specific detail of the instruction, so I only show all the command which we need to use to deploy the disk pool. You may take a screenshot or contact with your Information 2 Software engineer. They will provide the specific instruction and all the command to you. Well, and there I only mentioned the stuff we should to award, like this one. We need to add this file and add its content to this file. So otherwise, I think we don't need to mention anything. And after we've done this, we can go back to the i2UP, then select the storage management, storage pool, the disk pool. Then on the disk pool, if we finish all the configuration, as we mentioned before, the system will detect the necessary parameter here. Then you can just select anything you need, such as you can just create a new one, just like this. The disk pool type, we should choose the local disk, and the backup server is node we register on the node section just now. The storage path, well, actually the storage path is totally equal to the path we set before, but of course you can just customize it as any path you like. But in this case, we already created this disk pool like this, and of course I already customized the path, so we can go to the next step, the storage unit. On the storage unit, we also only need to name it and select any option default, then just confirm it. But because I already created it, so I don't need to do it again. Then after we finish the storage unit, let's go back to the resource. There is a virtualization. We need to click the NPSVR manage and create a new one. We can name it just like VMware. The IP address, it's address of your virtual machine platform. In this case, is 10.1.101.2. Then the username and the password is the account details to sign in your virtual machine platform. And then we can just click confirm. Yep. And then we can jump to the virtual platform. In this case, we can just create the virtual machine which we want to do the replication. We can also name it. And the NPSVR is a platform we created just now. And the IP address, it's the same. It's equal to your virtual machine platform. Account and the password, it's the same configuration as NPSV management, and it's used to sign in your virtual machine platform. Then in this case, I already created it, so we can just check each details of it. About the drive or the storage monitor, we can just leave them as a default. And then we can we'll get started to create the virtual machine replication now. Let's click CDM and CDM section again. There is a section we can create the virtual machine replication. If we configure the previous section correctly, we can then this replication rule will be created quite easy, and then we can just name it as VMware replication. Okay. Even if in this case, I would like to do the virtual machine migration from the VMware to another VMware, but actually the target platform, you can also choose any other thing, such as CAS to CAS, or the CAS to VMware, etc. And then we can click next. Then then actually it's a virtual platform. In this case is 101.2, and let's choose it. And the proxy client, it's a node we registered to the node section before, and we can select the source virtual machine here. And all the virtual machine will be listed on this case, so we can choose as a random of it, or let me see, I will do the migration within this virtual machine and let's confirm it. Alright, and the most of it we can just select the option default, then just leave automatic here because it can select the largest storage to store the target platform. So let's go to the next. About replication plan, this case I will do the full replication. So, but you can besides this, you can also to create the increase replication rule and combine it with a full replication to prevent any accident happening in the future. And then you can feel free to roll back to any replication virtual machine. Then you can also choose the replication time and the start time and any plan you want to execute in this time. Because I only do it once, so I will choose the instant, but you can choose to do the full replication daily or by week or monthly. And let's confirm it. Click next. Well, there, I recommend you to just leave it as a default, except you already understand which encrypt method or the compress method you need. But this time we just leave it as a default. And then check the details, click confirm. Well, as you can see, the status is already been scheduling, so we can check the status on the dashboard, backup task. The status here, we need to wait the replication process be finished. But also because of the time limitation, I only show the result of replication I did before. There is a finished replication process, and the third one should be the VMware to VMware, and then we can just check the original virtual machine we would like to do the replication. Such as this one. There is a virtual machine name. And we can just try to look for it. Of course, because the virtual platform is CAS, so it won't show it on the VMware platform. All right. But don't worry, we done once before, and the original virtual machine should be MySQL host and the date of the virtual recovery. So let's go back to the VMware platform, and let me see, should be here. Alright, totally the same name. And then the virtual machine recovery is already finished. We can just set up it, then check any configuration it's the same or not. And we use them, and we can just memorize IP address. It's end by 47, and then after we set up this virtual machine, we can just also check the IP address again. And by the way, because it's the first time to initialize this virtual machine, so I think it will take some time. But don't worry, during this time, we also can check the task details. In this case, we will see all the speed or the progress, and the log of the replication and recovery here. If you got any problem here, you also will know the warning or the mistake occurred in this section, and you can check more details regarding this. Alright, let's log in it. Alright, like you can see, we can check the IP address, which is 10.1.1.47, and the name is also the 101.47. It's totally same as the original virtual machine. We would like to do the replication and migration. Well, thank you very much for this lesson. I understand maybe I only briefly described this process of virtual machine migration. So if you have any question, don't be hesitate to contact our information to software engineer. And if you also need any additional help, I'm really glad to provide more suggestion or instruction regarding any other product. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Goodbye.